With the first light of dawn, Toprak and his family set off towards the fertile lands of Mesopotamia. As they gazed out the car window, they excitedly asked each other questions. Endless plains, wheat fields, and occasional stone houses caught Toprak's attention. "This place is really old, isn't it, Dad?" he asked. His father smiled. "Yes, Toprak. Mesopotamia, one of the cradles of civilization. And now we're heading straight to its heart, Mardin." Toprak's eyes sparkled. Today would be different, he could feel it. As the car approached the old stone streets of Mardin, the sun was just about to rise. Golden light danced on the surfaces of historic stone houses, revealing the timeless beauty of the city. Toprak looked out the window and turned to his mother. "The houses are stacked, but they all look so beautiful. Like they're from a long time ago." His mother nodded. "These houses are made from basalt stone, Toprak. They've stood here for hundreds of years. The soul of Mardin lives in these stones." Toprak, eyes wide with wonder, grabbed his camera. He wanted to capture the moment forever. At the foot of Mardin Castle stood a structure racing against time, Zinciri Madrasa. Toprak and his family stepped quietly into the courtyard. Their footsteps echoed between the stone walls, as if they had entered a tunnel through time. Narrator: this madrasa was built in the 14th century. Here, students learned science, astronomy, and philosophy. Maybe children back then looked up at the sky with the same curiosity as you, Toprak. Toprak gazed up at the dome of the madrasa. A dreamy light shone in his eyes. "Dad, I want to study the stars too. Maybe one day, I can teach here." His father smiled. "Why not, Toprak?" As Toprak wandered the narrow, cobbled streets of Mardin, he discovered a new detail at every corner. The carved walls of the houses, the high-arched passages, and the ever-changing views enchanted him. Narrator: the streets of Mardin are storytellers. Each stone whispers the voices of the past. Different languages once echoed here, different faiths lived in peace. Hearing this, Toprak stopped in front of a door. It was old, but its carved patterns were still vivid. "I wonder who lived here," he whispered. His mother answered, "Maybe a tailor, maybe a teacher. But all were part of this city." Toprak nodded. Every street was like a mysterious book. When the family arrived at Kasmai Madrasa, the sun was high in the sky. The sound of water flowing in the courtyard brought a peaceful calm. Narrator: this was not just a place of learning, it was a sanctuary of wisdom and tranquility. The gentle flow of water reminded people of life's passing nature. Toprak dipped his hand into the fountain and watched the ripples. "It's so quiet here, but it says so much," he said. His father added, "True knowledge hides in silence, my son." The family climbed up to the terrace of Zinciri Madrasa and looked out over the vast Mesopotamian plain. The horizon stretched endlessly, and Toprak whispered in awe, "It feels like the world begins here." Narrator: this is the land where farming began, where the first cities rose. Mesopotamia, cradle of civilization, mirror of the past. Toprak squinted and imagined the view, the first farmers, the first writing, the first schools. All had started here. When the family entered Mardin's Syriac neighborhood, they found traces of a different language and architecture. The ornate carvings of the churches and unfamiliar melodies in the streets intrigued them. Narrator: the Syriacs are among the oldest peoples of this land. With their faith, music, and art, they bring depth to this city. As the family rested in the garden of a church, an elderly man approached and smiled at Toprak. "Hello, little friend," he said. Toprak was surprised but replied warmly. Two different languages were spoken, but the same love was felt. That moment etched itself into Toprak's heart. In the late afternoon, the family sat down at a stone-built restaurant. The dishes that arrived were colorful and rich in aroma: stuffed ribs, ikli koft, sembasek, and za'atar salad. Narrator: just like its culture, Mardin's cuisine is full of richness. Each dish tells a story, flavors that connect past to present. After his first bite, Toprak's eyes grew wide. "This is amazing. Mom, why don't we eat food like this at home?" His mother laughed. "Now we do, because we've learned the recipes." As the sun set, the light cast on Mardin's stone walls looked like a painting. Toprak turned toward a wall and made a bird shape with his hands. His shadow danced. Narrator: sunset in Mardin is something else. Light and stone become friends, and shadows tell new stories. Toprak smiled. "Even my shadow feels different here." His father placed a hand on his shoulder. "Because you're a part of this city now." At night, the warm yellow lights shining from the stone windows of homes seemed to compete with the stars. The family sat on the hotel terrace sipping tea while Toprak scribbled in his notebook. "I saw Mesopotamia today. Mardin is like a fairy tale. The stones speak, the food tells stories, the people embrace you. I will never forget this place." Narrator: some travelers simply visit cities, but others carry them in their hearts. For Toprak, Mardin was no longer just a place, it was a memory, a friend, teacher,